We are indoors, underground, round 4. Felix Muniz versus Zach Brazier. This is actually a little bit lower down in the standings. So they're 2-1s on the cusp, hoping for their team to dominate. Probably want to make a 3-0 run at this point and score a lot of points in order to better put them in the running for
the 2-1 points.
Which is a top 4 cut, top 8 cut?
Maybe top 8?
Maybe top 8 cut. We'll see. Top 8 cut. So they actually, whichever team comes out on top, especially if they 3-0 run, they stand a really good chance of making the cut. Almost like a definite chance of making the cut. But if it ends up being like a 2-1 with medium points, they might not. So it's kind of a clincher. We see that Felix is placed on the left side with the Thors, and Zach is piloting Iron Goblin, Bullseye, and Friends on the right side of the map. Got some object placement. The round is about to begin, and Felix will be starting us off.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah. How do you see this?
The onus, I think, is really on Zach here. Zach has a lot of work to do to get through this.
Well, so both of these players have access to hypersonic. Iron Goblin has hypersonic speed, precision strike, invulnerable. He's 7 range, 2 targets, flighted, indomitable. He's got a 10-10, 17-3 up top. The counter to that, or the counterpart to that, maybe flip side of the coin, is Dino-Thor, 5 range, single target, PD team ability. He's flighted, indomitable. He's got a 12, 11, 18, 4 with hypersonic, super senses, and this really nuts
sick damage ability.
Bonkers damage special. Which is free. Modify an adjacent opposing character's combat values -1 until your next turn. If you do, modify an adjacent friendly character's combat values +1 until your next turn.
I think Dino-Thor is strictly better than Goblin.
Dino-Thor absolutely is strictly better than Goblin King, and that's a rarity shift, right? You've got 90 points with those abilities.
But he's a super rare.
But he's a super rare. Iron Goblin's coming in on
100.
a lower part dial at 100 points at the rarity, and at 100 points. So Dino-Thor, I mean, they're definitely showing that sort of like power complexity as you move up the rarity slots. But I'm guessing that Zach has put together a pretty solid team comp.
I mean, he's also 3-0, right?
Yep. So looks like Felix is moving up with Dino-Thor, carrying. That's Ultimate Thor for sure. No, they just both moved up because they're both flighted. Unless he just free action plays, could have done that, and then he did. They just moved up. At this point, probably doesn't matter much. He knows he's safe behind the blocking. Nobody's gonna get too close. He's got time to position.
Yeah, the Iron Goblin team, Zach's team, it doesn't have like a lot of mobility. Like it has Iron Goblin, sure, but it's not gonna be able to strike him this turn
as reliably. So
I mean, he could reach maybe.
He can reach, but he's got to kind of dive. And when you like dive into the Thor core like that, with Dino-Thor having the +1/-1, right? If you get close, that's really going to come into play heavily.
All those evidence tokens.
All the evidence tokens.
I'm curious as to why Felix chose an indoor map with tons of blocking because of the evidence tokens, right? I mean, he could have
really picked an open map.
That way they all have
generate a lot of tokens,
right? And
could be
really. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Take advantage of the PD team ability.
Yeah.
He's really forcing a lot of close combat here, which is, I mean, it's okay, but it's not where the Thor is like really shine.
Sure. Perhaps he didn't win map roll. No, he definitely won map roll because he went first. So maybe he's just trying to cut off Bullseye, right, and slow down Goblin King, and sort of stop Iron Goblin. This is Battle Worlds, not Constructed. That way he's right. He's really sort of like disrupting that little bit of line of fire, and maybe looking for some more unique angles with the hypersonic and being able to bring Ultimate Thor in on a free action. So. Spider-Man is using the Perplex special to go by +2. They're both from Spider Island, and Inventor perplexes up the defense by another one.
Who did Spider-Man perplex?
They both perplexed up Iron Goblin. Got a sidestep forward from Killmonger. I believe. I haven't seen Bullseye. What's Bullseye look like? No pictures. Yep, so Zach has a couple turns to resolve the stasis tokens off of Spider-Man before he can get in, charging, outwitting.
Which is another reason why this map choice was sort of interesting, because Zach needs time, right, to get one of his attackers.
Yeah.
Right? So if he could really go in and mess up Iron Goblin early,
then it really puts Zach behind the 8 ball. If you can get rid of that hypersonic, if you can get in and out, then it really puts a lot of pressure on Bullseye as a 50-point attacker, who does have running shot sidestep. When he makes a range attack with a hinder line of fire, he gets a +2.
not a lot of hindering terrain.
And there's not a lot of hindering terrain here, so maybe that kind of shuts down Bullseye. Felix is looking to get feisty. Maybe he's counting out some moves. I think he might be down for a hypersonic range attack with Dino-Thor. I don't think that. You know what?
Is that Bullseye that moved forward?
That might be Bullseye. Then. It's got some kind of green, some such. I've never seen these figures, man. I haven't seen Battlefield at all.
Go to WizKids.com. I think all the figures are there. All the figure images are there.
Yeah.
All the figure images, I think, are on WizKids.com.
Okay. Get there. I think, yeah. There's a leadership role early. Sidestep running shot. I think, yeah, that is Bullseye. Forward from Zach's team. Maybe looking to get in some early damage. That Dino-Thor is vulnerable.
Line of fire to sidesteps running shots.
With the precision strike, could put a lot of hurt onto Dino-Thor. It really, really disrupts Felix's strategy. So, Spider-Man and Tony Stark perplexing up Iron Goblin's defense for a total of +3.
Trying to keep that goblin alive.
Zach chooses to pass priority, resolving the last stasis token off of Spider-Man and sending the turn back to Felix. So at this point, how do you close this gap? You need to get Ultimate Thor closer into position. So maybe that center corner.
That pocket, yeah. There's that small pocket that's right there. Although Bullseye could just very easily blow up a wall, and then Iron Goblin hypersonics.
Yeah. Now Iron Goblin also has precision strike. So that's
which is bad for Dino-Thor.
That is bad for Dino-Thor. He's got no reducers. It's his only defense.
Yeah,
he does have steel energy, but if he takes more than a few damage, he's well past that.
Well, he gets knocked on the regen.
Trouble. Yeah, but then he's taking a turn off, to regen back into that Scales of Justice special. It's like Felix. That's stealth.
Yeah, Bullseye has stealth.
So that is Killmonger up front, sitting on in the stealth, in the hindering there. Bullseye doesn't not.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Does he? No, he doesn't. Oh, look at that.
Yes. Yeah, there's a couple things we didn't pick up. Who Bullseye contracted out to, and what power set Thor common chose. But I'm guessing it's probably running shot.
Hypersonic.
And it looks like Felix might be counting him for a hypersonic. A more measured approach might have been a little bit better. He kind of put himself. He's got a couple of lanes of attack, but they're pretty deep. Where if he had positioned in the lower center area of the map, he could have stepped a little bit closer, while also.
I think even just being forward with the common Thor, putting him up front instead of Dino-Thor up front. Dino-Thor doesn't do damage to you, so putting him up front is super risky.
Yeah, losing 60 points under common is much less of a blow than losing the effectiveness of your 90-point super rare. He's also got to find a way of repositioning Ultimate Thor closer so that he can jump him in, and then really swing hard because he's got charge super strength. Yeah. Felix has got some markers down.
It's obviously planning out his move.
9, 10, 11. So 11 puts Dino-Thor on the furthest right blue marker, allowing him to swing on Killmonger. Killmonger on toughness. And Dino-Thor coming in with 11-4. He's going to want to bring somebody in adjacent, which I think Thoris would be the one.
Well, also remember Thoris is the Baron, right? Thoris has the Perplex.
Thoris what?
Thoris has Perplex.
Thoris does not has enhancement.
Oh, yeah. Is there a Baron of Asgard? Is there a Baron of Battle World for Asgard?
No. I don't believe so. They're the Thor Corps.
Click Battle World Asgard.
Oh, Battle World Asgard. Destroyer Thor? Nope. Or Thor?
Nope. That's it.
Now, okay, so Felix counted out possible angles of attack and decided that nothing was quite good enough or secure enough, and he doesn't want to reposition just right now. So I feel like he just passed priority. It's back in Zach's hands, and Zach is he's counting out the angles, trying to find a way of getting a Dino-Thor. Even if he comes in with...
It's almost like watching 300 constructed, isn't it?
At this point, there's a lot on the line.
People are taking it a little bit more seriously, playing more conservatively.
A little bit more conservatively. And in this early game, on this map, the positioning, I think, is it's a little bit more complex than we would see otherwise. Something outdoor with central blocking might have been better for Felix, but I'm not sure what he has listed. So he's got Wakanda, the Underground, and Genosha would have been a fine map, I think. So yeah, it's a little bit perplexing why he's come here, and he doesn't quite know how he's going to be moving forward. It seems he knows he wants to take near center, but he doesn't know how to get any closer. Now, maybe that's just a matter of he understands that somebody's got to do something, so he can invite Zach to move forward, take some risky shots, outposition himself, and he can punish him for it.
Right. Now the question is which one at this point is the more patient player, right? Because Zach does patience here and rushes in.
We have an attack perplex. Yeah, I think Goblin's been up to a 12 for attack.
Nice.
And with that 10 hypersonic, 7 range. Spider-Man is punching out a wall. So Zach is finding a lane to take to get to this square that he's got his left hand on, his left finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe there's a boost in range. Bullseye shooting a wall. So yeah, he's really going for it on this. He's clearing the avenue. Zach's got a sidestep to bust that wall. He's not gonna have line of fire. He can destroy that one. Yeah, that one's fine. That one. Okay, right. We know it. So do you think this is a smart move to basically give up 2 actions in order to get a hit in on Dino-Thor?
So Dino-Thor, how hard is he going to hit him?
It's going to be a 12 on a 19 through the hinder for 3 damage. Precision. But also slow descent into madness. He gets a +1 because he's shooting through hinder. Okay. Goblin's got a 12 attack, shooting through hindering at a 19. Perplex up the range, perplex up the attack.
Beat 7s.
Right. They're discussing the replacement and then modify of the hypersonic range. So it'll go from a 7 to a 4.
To a 5.
+1 to a 5, which gives him precision strike. And that's going to hit. So choosing to forego the theme team probability control rolls to 6.
That's a 6.
6. He dodges it. That's huge for Felix.
That's really, really bad for Zach.
Yeah. Zach is completely outpositioned as Iron Goblin.
I mean,
Whoa. What? How did he do that?
So remember that he destroyed the walls to get the extra 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What's Goblin speed?
10.
How did he get there?
How did he get to a 13? I
Don't know.
have no idea how he got to a 13.
What's Goblin's keywords?
Iron Goblin? Armor Avengers Battle World, Spider Island Sciences.
The Spider-Man, is he Spider Island or Regency?
Yeah, Spider-Man is Spider Island for sure.
Is he Regency?
So he's got Baron, so he's got +2, but I thought that he put it into the attack.
If you put it into speed, he could do it. Oh well, Felix is accepting it, so now he's thinking about
There's
that.
no contest on it, so I'm not sure how he was able to manage the 13, the 12, and the +2 on range.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He's here.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Doesn't seem right. Tony Stark has 1 perplex. Spider-Man has +2 perplex. He could get +1 to his combat values if he rolled the 5 or 6. The outweigh.
Did he?
He must have to get any closer. But there's just no way for
Move on.
yeah. No contest from Felix, so we'll just keep going. I'm not a judge. I'm not actively judging this game. Felix is
Jay Solomon's right. If something was askew, Jay Solomon would have got it.
looks like Jay says it.
That's a perfectly clear line of fire.
Yeah, that is a clear line of fire. Oh, I think we're gonna get a second opinion. We're going to that square. That is diagonal down left from Iron Goblin, I believe. And it looks clear to me. Six. Yeah, so it's drawing from 3 squares down of the light object higher. Two, three. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good.
That'd be the cross mark.
They're taking a long time with this line of fire.
There might be a bit of a communication barrier.
No, Felix seems pretty good. Probably better English than you or I.
Probably. I don't know how to speak English.
No one does. Not really.
我会说韩语。It's like just good. It just cuts the corner, right? Crosses the diagonal.
Yeah. So it's good? It's clear?
It's clear for whatever Felix is attempting to do. I still don't know. Really want that. Okay. We got a token now. Maybe some Dino-Thor action. Now, if Dino-Thor can get in, get back far enough to bring Ultimate Thor free action up for a charge forward, he could clear Goblin this turn.
Which would be trouble.
Iron Goblin's on invulnerable, so it'll be 2 damage through from Dino-Thor, unless he's also he can't hypersonic then use an object. So that puts him on click 3 in toughness, and then Ultimate Thor comes up, cleans house. So this could be a 1-2 punch. Seems like the most effective path.
Seems effective, right?
Yeah. So Felix again, placing down the tokens. So that's a move carry from Common Thor carrying Thors.
Probably lining up for Team props.
Yeah. Here comes Dino-Thor on the Hypersonic. Yep. Boom. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 5 squares left.
More than enough to get back in range of
11 on an 18. That misses by 1. Team. Thor's takes the token.
Second, he's got to do it.
Oh, he's gonna do it. He's going for it. That's a hit. 4 damage. 6 damage. Okay. Zach almost gave him the object modifier, and it took 4 damage, so he takes the 2 damage. Yeah. Felix, right, showing graciousness as an opponent.
Right.
Sure, Chase.
Well, and
they have to maintain the game state.
Right. Felix's technique here is pretty spotless. He has pretty effectively and very cleanly.
Here comes the finishing blow.
Here it is. Felix's performance has been just absolutely clean, methodical. He's a very, very calculated player.
Excellent.
Which is why he's the state champion.
Yeah. His champion level play is exquisite to watch. Like you said, very clean, crisp, clear communication.
Mm-hmm.
All the counting, right? All the forethought. He's got it all planned out. He knows exactly what's going on.
No, that hits.
That's a 6.
Doesn't that hit?
And it's an 11 on an 18.
Oh, wow.
He still has that 17 defense. And he's got the +1 because he rolled the 5/6. Killmonger rolling for action tokens. Iron Goblin has Battle Fury +2 attack. Eric Killmonger failed to reduce the opposing team's action total. And Goblin has Blaze Claw's Fangs, Steel Energy, Battle Fury, so he's a 12. So he's a 12. Blades, Steel Energy, Exploit, Battle Fury.
It's a bad time.
This is going to be a heavy hit.
But he'll only heal 1, and then I think Dino-Thor just comes and finishes it, right?
Well, he'll Steel Energy heal to invulnerable, so you won't be able to finish him off. Iron Goblin, in order for Felix to finish Iron Goblin this next turn, he has to miss you. He's got a 13 attack. He's perplexed up with Tony Stark against an 18, so it's a 5 to hit. So 13 for 2, but he's gonna Blades Exploit. That hits. Roll Blades. Minimum 1. Oh.
Not great.
What?
Not great, right?
Not great.
Not great.
But he does heal up onto the invulnerable.
Right, but that was a lot of work for 1 click.
Very little damage. Now, if he had rolled anything higher than a 2, though, I mean, like, he had a better probability of rolling greater damage than what's printed. So you roll the Blades.
Yeah, no, he made the right move, but it was
just an unfortunate die roll.
What is Ultimate Thor on now?
Ultimate Thor is going to be on 9, 10, 17, 4. Still has the movement special. Super Strength PD.
Well, the beauty of it is now is that he's going to be able to get Thor out of there. Right?
Yep.
So I think Goblin has trouble surviving.
So this is where we see the benefit of this map for Felix team.
Right.
Sidestep with Killmonger. He's charging in. 11 for Blades, maybe. That hits. He's gonna Blades. Can't see it. Must have rolled a 2 or less because
no damage.
Ultimate Thor takes nothing. Yeah, so it didn't get through the invulnerable. That's 2 actions of his available 3, 4. Who's got leadership? Spider-Man has leadership. Yes, he does because he's a Baron of the Battle World. But Bullseye doesn't have an angle. Spider-Man's outside of a charge threat range, and Tony Stark's not going to do anything.
So, what does he do?
Bullseye, sidestep. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Can't get there. Ultimate Thor is going to survive. And the thing is, he's Ultimate Thor's indomitable. So Ultimate Thor can take a swing, right? And then flip away.
Yep.
And evidence token for Ultimate Thor. It's 1.
2.
Only once per turn. Sidestepping. Oh, okay. Maybe there is an angle for a sidestep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. It would have had to dump both the +1s from Spider-Man and Tony Stark into this movement. Speed. Oh! He found it. Okay, yeah, there it is.
The resiliency of this Thor team.
Does he ignore? Oh, wait, he ignores character. Yeah, that must be the outside contract. It's the knockback. But Ultimate Thor soaks it, so
Still on click 3.
still on click 3. Still has a special.
It's fine with that.
There's no way of healing characters, is there?
No, on this one.
If Dino-Thor just hypersonics in, maybe Dino-Thor hypersonics over to there, because I think Bullseye is a double token. He's got willpower, so if Dino-Thor, Spider-Man is moving exactly where Dino-Thor would have had the best chance of finishing off Goblin King. Oh! Outwitting the movement special. Spider-Man moves up to outwit the
Movement special.
speed special off of Ultimate Thor.
Which he did. Does Ultimate Thor have a range?
I don't think so, no. Oh, no, 6. So can still shoot. He can shoot him off that outwit. He can blip away. But no points have been scored yet, right? That's the thing. Nobody's gone down yet.
No points.
So this is slugfest, right? Now they're in it.
Yeah.
Now you have to stay committed to score those points and can get away and reset.
So he's counting up for hypersonic.
Yeah.
Trying to find a target. Defensively, that Spider-Man has super senses and what else?
That Spider-Man has just super senses.
Yeah.
The Iron Goblin is sitting on quick 2 and vulnerable. I don't think that Felix would take Dino all the way to Bullseye. I don't think he would take him that deep. But that's only a 17 willpower, so you can do a lot of damage on that. Killmonger has toughness, and he's got to get that damage through first thing to get him over that outwit. He's got to get at least 4. 1, 2, 3 puts him on sidestep.
Goblin is also pushed. So
yeah, Goblin's double tokened. I think Bullseye's double tokened.
So Spider-Man is actually the bigger threat for next turn.
Mm-hmm. But he's also he's technically the hardest hit on an 18 super senses. And if you can get the points and get away,
you're in good shape, right?
But you're right. Like, Spider-Man does have to be dealt with. This is where Zach's team composition is really going to start shining, right? Mm-hmm. He's got 4 viable attackers with varying diverse sort of threat
support
package.
Powers. In diverse support powers, right?
Yeah. Outwit, perplex, stat boosts, leadership. Yeah. Precision strike. Ways of definitely getting damage through. Felix is a little bit more reliant on the Dino-Thor Ultimate Thor combo, right?
Which is effective, but not enough.
And you even saw it in that last turn, the way that he moved Thor up, token both of them, right? Mm-hmm. So that they're mostly there to maintain the Asgardian composition and provide team probability control support, make an attack when they're best able. But I mean, he's holding it back, Thor, who has the best tertiary attacking ability, is double token right now.
It's going on Goppy, isn't it?
Yeah. Looks like Felix is counting out Solaris to attack Goblin. Oh. He was gonna move Thor up, but he's double tokened. Seems like that's what he was trying to do. So things have gotten Pretty dicey. Yeah, it looks like Felix missed pushing off of the second token from the theme team probability control that Thor used. So that's happened just now. And now Felix has to find a way to get some points up. I mean, it's been at least 20, 25 minutes probably. Games, it's mid-game now. And I mean, this is where we want to be mid-game. You want to have some points on the board.
You want something on the board by now. And his best shot at that is, of course, still Iron Goblin, but it's still not fantastic. The odds are not great. You can't kill Iron Goblin.
Can't kill Iron Goblin in one hit this turn.
But he doesn't have a second hit.
Right. That Ultimate Thor is extremely vulnerable right now. That's 100 points.
Next turn, Spider-Man's going to light him up.
Hypersonic, Dino-Thor. Targeting Iron Goblin. Critical hit would finish him. 3 will do nothing. Pushing Thoris, third theme team probability control. It's down to 1. He's really going for that Iron Goblin. I don't know, man.
I don't know.
It could be the map, you know? It could be the map.
But he chose them.
Right, but maybe he just...
Get that with a knockback.
That won't do it, because he's got toughness to the end of the dial. Yeah. Had to be a crit to one-shot him in there.
I wonder if he just miscounted Iron Goblin's value.
He's moving away. He's got to roll breakaway. I mean, that's solid. It's a... I think it's not...
12 attack
Yeah.
charge.
8, 12, 17 to charge. Blades, Claws, Fangs, Steel Energy, Toughness, Exploit.
But he's double token.
But he's double token. But still, I mean, Killmonger, Spider-Man can together finish Ultimate Thor, and then you've got Goblin coming up over the top the turn after to finish off one of these support pieces, and then you're just down to Dino-Thor. Dino-Thor's gonna have to play clutch for the rest of this game.
Right. It's I don't think that Felix thought Iron Goblin's dial was that long.
It could be, or that he would have toughness all the way through, right?
Well, I mean, there's no way to count on the knockback.
Yeah, there's no way to count on the knockback. Yeah. That Steel Energy hit. Even though he only did 1 damage, that's all I needed to do.
Yeah, no, it's what's kept him alive.
Yeah.
Did Ultimate Thor just blow out that wall?
Ultimate Thor just destroyed that blocking. Evidence token, free attack. Evidence token, free attack, destroy the blocking so that he can shoot.
Well done.
That's an excellent play. Evidence token to make the attack. That's a hit. That's a dead Iron Goblin.
Well done.
Felix found it.
He found it.
That was fantastic.
That was what he needed.
Was not counting the evidence tokens. He had them, and he found that angle.
Well done.
That was excellent, yeah. That way, whatever exchange happens this next turn will at least maintain parity.
Right.
It's really good for Felix.
Felix has the pacing advantage now, right? Because he has to double token Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then double token Killmonger.
Yeah.
Right?
Now he outwits the defense, so he might only have to attack with one person. Then it's who's it going to be?
He's on clip 2 with Thor?
No, he's deeper than that. The invulnerable is outwitted.
Maybe click 3?
Click 3, yeah. So a 3 damage attack is going to finish him. Sidestep with Killmonger.
Probably perplex down Thor's defense by 2.
Let's perplex up the attack.
So he can perplex down.
Perplex up the damage by 1.
Oh, he doesn't know.
He thinks Ultimate Thor style is deeper than it is. 11 on a 17 for 5. Not punished though.
Way overkill.
That's way overkill, but he doesn't know that, you know. We rolled the 9, but it could have gone much worse.
Yeah.
If he'd rolled a 5, he would have felt real bad about that. So Zach gets
100 points, 100
a
points.
bit lucky.
100 points, 100 points, right?
100 points, yeah, so it's parity right now. Killmonger's double token. Bullseye's going to come off cooldown at the end of this turn, and Spider-Man will also
charge.
It's not a charge. Killmonger.
Spider-Man charge.
Spider-Man charge? No, it's back to Felix, I think. No. Killmonger pushes onto Outwit. Outwits the speed special on Common Thor, so that he loses whatever it was, running shot, most likely. Sidestep with Bullseye. And, yep, clear Spider-Man and
clear Bullseye.
Clear Bullseye. So Dino-Thor is a sitting duck right now. Killmonger has stealth. Still.
Thor is that Thor?
Thor's has a token right now, and I think it's pushed. I think it's 8, 10, 17, 3. Probability control. So there's that.
Yeah.
He's got some prob into it.
Using his last DMT prop to push her onto permanent prop is not terrible.
Right. When the game's at parity, gaining a probability control, that's a pretty big deal. But Felix is not he's not in a good spot right now. Thor can
in a terrible spot?
Well, Thor can carry Thoris away, but Dino-Thor just sits there. Probably best case is that Bullseye's gonna find that angle of attack on Dino-Thor with the precision strike.
Yeah.
He dodged it once with its 6, but chances
of doing that again. Well,
16%.
He doesn't have a lot of perplexes on Bullseye, so that's helpful. And Bullseye wasn't the contract at the beginning of the game, so there's that.
I think Bullseye's contract is over now.
Right.
Because Ultimate Thor's off the map. Yeah.
So, if I were him, I would almost
Felix
want to.
Doesn't want to retreat. He needs to body block with his.
Yeah,
with his
that's what he needs to do. He just needs to get up in there and buy Dino-Thor some time to rest.
But he's moving these sort of semi-insignificant figures away. These are his cannon fodder. I think the outwit is maybe tunnel visioning him in to try and to keep that going.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Dino-Thor takes a hit. Instruction of Justice. When Dino-Thor takes damage from an opposing character's attack after resolutions, Dino-Thor can use Earthbound Neutralize until that opponent's next turn. That's rough.
That is rough.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't agree with this move,
but
we'll trust him.
Yeah.
Which choice do we have, right? Yeah, if you would have got in there and based, just for instance, just basing.
Even if you just based Bullseye.
That would be the thing to do.
Right, because it forces Spider-Man to charge before he uses the outwit.
Right.
And if especially if you carry in with Thor, base Bullseye, and then you sidestep Thor's bats so that Bullseye will run into him.
What's Bullseye's running shot speed?
6.
Sidestep and then.
Yeah, 6. He's gonna sidestep 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is last round though. This stands a pretty good chance of going to a roll off.
No, it would be a click down because it's tied. It's not.
So I think then perplexing damage on Bullseye. Yep. 11 on a 4.
18.
Miss.
That's huge.
That's really good for Felix. Charge with Spider-Man. Is he gonna sidestep Tony and get the perplex? Stark perplexes Spider-Man's damage. He's really going for that. If it's the click down. Charge single target quake. Last round. 11 for 4. Miss.
Brutal.
Now, this is the last hit. That's it. This was last round. Felix started it. So now they go to click down.
Yep.
It goes to points.
It's tied.
It's tied.
What are they deciding?
Oh, because it's teams, there's no roll off, right?